whole year. We have a lot of length out there with myself, AD, Dwight, KCP, and Danny at the start of that third quarter. And we were able to, get some deflections, get some turnovers, and get out and do what we do best on the break. But, just having that type of size and that athleticism helps us out tremendously.
I know you talked about using game one as a feel-out game. Was there anything even after the first quarter, LeBron, that you guys identified when you think switched for you defensively starting in the second quarter?
Well, yeah, we know the first quarter definitely wasn't Laker basketball, Laker defense, and we just had some breakdowns. We had some breakdowns, but it took a quarter for us to kind of figure it out. Not saying that we fully figured them out because it's too early in the series to say that, but we started to get a better feel, started to get a better rhythm defensively. We started to get some stops in that second quarter and able to build that lead up going into halftime.
Hey, LeBron, it's Dave. We spoke about the MVP award with you back in March, and you said it's not something that's ever motivated you. Your true motivation is trying to be considered the best ever. But when you see the results come out tonight or today, knowing you've won it 4 times, but now you've come in second 4 times, what's that feeling like for you, and what did you think of the results?
Pissed me off. That's my true answer. It pissed me off because out of 101 votes, I got 16 first place votes. That's what pissed me off more than anything. Not saying that the winner wasn't deserving of the MVP, but that pissed me off. And I finished second a lot in my career. Either from a championship and now 4 times as an MVP. Like I said, I never came into this league saying let me be an MVP or be a champion. I've always said I just want to get better and better every single day, and those things take care of itself. There's some things that's just out of my hand and some things you can't control, but it pissed me off.
When you saw did you surprise yourself by the reaction you had when you saw those results? Did you know that? I'm just wondering if you knew that you would have this strong of a reaction to seeing those numbers.
No.
Alec?
How good?
LeBron, do you feel like the MVP criteria is something that rewards the most valuable player in the league?
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about what the criteria should be or what it is. It's changed over the years since I've gotten to the league. I know that. It's just changed. It's changed a lot. Sometimes it's, the best player on the best team. Sometimes it's the guy with the best season statistically. Sometimes it's changed over the course of my career. I mean, you don't know. You don't know, but Giannis had a hell of a season. I can definitely say that.
Anyone else on this end? Tanisha, do you have anybody on your end? Please.
Yeah, just last 2, LJ.
Nuggets have never been to the NBA Finals. All the other 3 teams left have multiple championships, including the Lakers 16. We'll see what happens tonight. 9 Eastern, ESPN Radio. SportsCenter is brought to you by Sport Clips. It's a new season at Sport Clips. Haircuts, all stylists are clean certified, and Guy Smart. Get yourself back in the game with Sport Clips MVP experience. Enjoy a hot steam towel, relaxing shampoo, and winning cut. Check in online. Walk out with confidence.
Western Conference Finals is new for me. Obviously, the goal is to win a championship.
Nobody wants us here. Nobody think that we can do something.
We've been doing this. I don't know how many times we got to prove it over.
What a performance by this Nuggets team. They are the comeback kids from Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Better start giving this team some damn respect.
And for us, it's the opportunity to play for a championship.
Love it Love it, love it. The four voices you heard there. Jerry Kosmiski, the voice of the Denver Nuggets. Mike Breen on ABC, ESPN, Jamal Murray, and of course the King, LeBron James. Keyshawn J. Wall Zubin brought to you by Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless has the full court cell phone coverage you need. Just $45 a month gets you the unlimited plan with 25 gigs of high-speed data. Then 2G for up to 50% less than the big carriers, only at Walmart. Savings may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. Straight to the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line for Dave McMenamin, 24/7, 365 with Keys Lakers. This is your squad. This is your series, Key. Take it away.
Dave, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Key? How are you, man?
Good. Just waiting for the night. It feels like I'm getting ready to start tailgating as soon as I leave the office here. Let me ask you this question. Third championship, 3 teams for LeBron James in Los Angeles. 2020 been a disaster year for all of us all over the world. What would this mean if LeBron capped this one off for with a championship?
I mean, I'm a LA transplant, but now I've if you add up all the years, about close to a decade of my life out there, and the Lakers are a way of life. And, you know, as much as it would mean to LeBron James's personal legacy, and, you know, he'd be the first major superstar if he obviously won Finals MVP to do it on 3 different teams. And that's a whole other conversation. But I just think for the sports scene of Los Angeles, for the fabric of families and friends and generations of sports fans in LA, you know, the Lakers winning, I think would put people, you know, in a winner's mindset. And sometimes you just need a win, right? It can put some wind in your sails and some pep in your step. I think all of Southern California, even though there are some Clippers fans out there, but all of Southern California would you know, feel good about themselves in a difficult time if the Lakers won.
Yeah, Clipper fans are now hiding based on what the Nuggets did to them. Speaking of the Nuggets, the Lakers have the ability, obviously, to throw multiple lineups, different personnel groupings at the Nuggets. Can the Nuggets handle that?
I mean, the Nuggets, yes. The way LeBron put it yesterday lets you know how the Lakers view the Nuggets. He said, we have all the respect in the world, or our respect level is out of this world for this ball club. And, you know, it's not just that they came back from 3-1 twice. No other team's done it, and LeBron knows how special that is, because obviously the biggest accomplishment of his career was coming back from 3-1 down to the Warriors in the 2016 finals. But, you know, they had their battles in this regular season. And that was a team when the Lakers, you know, they really just came together this year, right? You had AD in the offseason, and that was a measuring stick type of team. The Lakers played Denver the last game before the All-Star break. And LeBron, you know, I've been around him long enough. He was treating it like a playoff game. He wasn't talking to guys in the locker room pregame. He had that look. And they really wanted to get it to prove, not just to go into the All-Star break like feeling good about themselves, but to prove that they were better than Denver, because they viewed Denver as a team they would have to reckon with down the line. And here they are playing them in the Western Conference Finals.
What do we need to do to slow down Murray?
Man, I mean, obviously you had to give respect to what Frank Vogel did with his trapping schemes in the second round against James Harden. James Harden, the NBA's leading scorer, they held him, you know, significantly below his regular season average of almost 35 points per game. And, you know, to me, it wasn't necessarily that you trapped him against Harden. It was that you kept switching up the defenses. You know, you're throwing doubles at him sometimes in the half court. You're throwing doubles at him sometimes in the backcourt. You are manning him up, you know, with a more physical type of guy on some possessions. And, you know, LeBron was guarding Harden some in the second round. Or you're trying to pester him with Rajon Rondo at times. And so I think that would be the key. You can't give Murray the consistent. Don't let him get into a rhythm, and certainly try to keep him off the foul line, because great scorers, when they see the ball go through the net at the foul line, you know, their confidence level spikes, and, you know, then you're starting to pull from deep beyond the three-point line before the defense even gets set, and that's where you get in trouble.
That's a great point, because when we entered the bubble, all of the talk was about Devin Booker. Then we got to the playoffs. All the talk was about Damian Lillard. And now at this stage of the playoffs, those two guys have broken out, although we always knew how good of a player Dame Lillard was. Right now, the breakout star has certainly been Jamal Murray. Again, 9 Eastern tonight, Game 1 on ESPN Radio. And then Game 3 of the Celtics and the Heat. Dave was at the game last night. That'll be on ESPN tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Settle in for a huge weekend of hoops. Dave, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yes, fellas. Take care, guys.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Dave McMenamin, one of the best on the Lakers beat. Great gig to have if you can get it. Key. One thing I wanted to ask Dave, but I'll just ask you, and I think this is important. Look, if James Harden had won the NBA championship, let's say the Rockets had advanced past your Lakers and won, I don't think there'd be any question. If Harden won it, it would just be the validating moment. He's got his title. He's one of the best scorers of his generation. If Giannis had won it, Giannis himself said, hey, man, there's never going to be more adversity in this playoffs than he'll ever see in his career. But there is always, because it's LeBron,